Insanely great news this Archer afternoon. Boy, as the president, the Republicans, the Democrats, the two senators from Georgia, and more people additionally come out in favor of that Cash Act, that $2,000 stimulus check provision fix-it bill that gives $2,000, not $600, to people under the second stimulus package. And it gives a stimulus check to adult dependents. And it gives a retroactive check as well. This is all shocking because the vote will be set up later this week or next week. I'll explain what's happening because ultimately what happened today was a kerfuffle. It's marinating like the lobster in the Senate. Ultimately, it's just getting incredibly great news across the board. In this video, I'm going to go over what happened this morning, what happened midday, and then what happened minutes ago. We saw changes from Bernie Sanders and the president. We saw something from Chuck and Nancy. We saw something from Mitch, of course. We saw something from Bernie. And we saw something from those two Georgia senators. And Lindsey Graham and Marco Rubio. My goodness, there's so much happening. I think I'm going to need some tartar sauce for this marinated lobster. It's a great afternoon. I'm so glad you're here on Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. This is Afternoons LA, and wow, what a day it is. The toast is toasty. No, that's morning show. The butter is buttering, the lobster's grilling. I'm here, you're here, and it's Afternoons LA. How do you like that? I like that one. Just came up with it. Boy, what a day. I'm going to go over what's happening with your second stimulus check, what's going on with the Cash Act. It sounds like cash cab, doesn't it? And what's happening with the first stimulus check retroactive? Oh my goodness, it's so good. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do, because boy, this is an incredible path we're on. A few days ago on Christmas Day, this channel turned 8 months old. Now 80 million views in 8 months. Oh my goodness, we're fighting to get you money around the clock. This is now a 24-hour news channel recording videos from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. I don't want you to miss a video. I'm going live, I'm going tape. Sometimes I'm going live when the show is taped because something breaks. So make sure you hit the alert button as well. Also like this video. In this video, I'll go over everything that happened this morning, what happened at the vote and the kerfuffle. Bottom line is it meant not much of nothing. We're going to tee it up for later this week, and then again next week I'll go over what that's happening next. And then what the president said minutes ago. I mean, I could have gone live with this recording because there's so much happening, but I had to get it all on set. And, you know, new hairstyle. So with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that the President of the United States just tweeted minutes ago, said, what the hell you doing? Do the Republicans want to end the death of their party right now? Get the stimulus check out at $2,000. This is great news for a lot of reasons. The Republicans and the Democrats have been urging the president to be basically the cheerleader of the Cash Act because he had asked for the Cash Act as his deal to sign the second stimulus bill in Mar-a-Lago on Sunday. He said, I'll sign the second stimulus package bill if you do the Cash Act. It became ultimately the Cash Act. But now, in the few days that followed, he was sort of silent about the situation. Today, he was not silent. He said it's the death of the Republican Party if you don't come out in favor of it. Ironically, earlier today, we saw Republicans all over the board coming out in favor of it before that tweet. What happened? This was the shocking great news. Lindsey Graham came out in favor of the Cash Act. The Senator Lindsey Graham, followed by both senators out of Georgia, who are up for those Senate runoff seats on January 5th. Both of them Republicans came out in favor of the Cash Act as well. Marco Rubio is additionally. Of course, Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley and all Democrats in the Senate. So what happened early this morning? Early this morning, we heard that Loeffler and the other Republican out of Georgia were going to support the bill. And then we heard from Bernie Sanders that he was going to tee up basically a procedural block for something that has nothing to do with the Cash Act, but has to be done by around Friday, and say, I'm going to block that unless you get to this bill again. He started to do a little bit of it today, but he's vowing to do it at the end of the week when the deadline is really, really close. It may even be on Friday. What is it? It's called a filibuster of a veto override on a defense bill. Basically, a defense bill that was passed by the House and passed by the Senate, landed on the president's table, was vetoed by the president, is now back in the Senate to be overridden. Everyone wants this bill. And Sanders says, I'm going to block the veto override of that defense bill by filibuster, if you don't do the Cash Act by vote. Now, when would the Cash Act come by vote? This is a little bit precarious. What's incredibly great news is that on Mornings LALATE, I said, you know what? I think it's going to marinate to early January. They don't have enough votes in favor of it. I just sense a little trouble. And I saw your comments as well. You're like, never going to happen, never going to happen. Oh my goodness. In less than 24 hours, a floodgate of Republicans have come out in favor of the Cash Act. That changes the whole dynamic. So what happened today? Basically, there's not enough people in town. There's not enough people in sound. So what they did was they did a unanimous consent vote. You heard about this last week. That's where they say, everyone in favor of this in the room? All three of you? Which is basically what it is. All three of you? Yes. Objection. Killed. So Chuck Schumer did a unanimous consent vote, and Mitch McConnell said no. Objection. It does not mean the bill is dead. It basically says, hey, we can't pass it really quickly today. We got to come back and do it when more people are here. That's what's called a roll call vote. Bernie Sanders asked Mitch, can we do a roll call vote? Set it up for this, in a couple of days when people are back. Mitch said no. So Bernie Sanders says, you know what? You keep on doing this, Mitch. I'm going to block that defense thing you got to do by the end of the week because you keep on playing games. So the bottom line is you're going to see one or two more attempts to call this for a big vote when more people are present. Either the end of the week and or also the early part of next week. What will happen at the end of the week? The end of the week is when they're going to have to do the defense bill. And Mitch McConnell is one of these people, we got 5 things to do, let's sort of, all do them together. And Bernie Sanders say, okay, but you're going to do my thing first. And so does Chuck Schumer. So Mitch McConnell wants to do his defense thing first. Mitch McConnell and Bernie Sanders say, no, we're going to do this bill first. And so you're going to see major dramatics between now and Friday. So what is the Cash Act? This just hit like a tsunami yesterday on my live recording of third stimulus check and third stimulus package. I had to rush on camera and break the worldwide details. No one else was recording the details at the time. Let me give you a recap. It's shocking. It's shocking. It's a fix-it bill. It basically fixes the second stimulus package bill signed by the president on Sunday, and also fixes the first stimulus package bill. The stimulus check for the president signed on Sunday is coming to. It's in the mail. It's not blocking this. It's a supplement to it. More about what's in the second stimulus package later in this video at the 10-minute mark, coming up next. But what it does is fixes things. So what does it fix first? It takes that $600 stimulus check for adults from Sunday and gives you more money to get you to $2,000. Then married couple, $4,000. But there's more than that. That was sort of obvious. We knew that was in there. Children get $2,000. Shocking. Goes from $600 to $2,000 for children. Okay, another major surprise. Family of 4, $8,000. Can you imagine? $8,000. It's insane. Incredible, great news. This means that basically, single parent, 3 kids, $8,000. Married couple, 2 kids, $8,000. Wow. We're not done there yet. We got more stuff. On Sunday, the bill signed by the president and Mar-a-Lago does not get a stimulus check to adult dependents. The Cash Act fixes that. It says adult dependents. In fact, everyone's going to get a stimulus check, $2,000, provided you made $75,000 or less 2019 earnings. Insane. Suddenly, adult dependents get the stimulus check not paid under the second stimulus package from Sunday. And then one more big surprise. The surprise that hit like a brick. It sounds like a Miley Cyrus music video. A retroactive stimulus check. Can you imagine? A retroactive stimulus check. They're going to pay $2,000. They're going to pay a stimulus check retroactively to people who did not get a first stimulus check under the first stimulus package, adult dependents. This is just insane. And what I want to make very clear is that the language adult dependents is actually more broad than that. I'm making it very simple. It actually says someone who lives with your household, someone you take care of you, that's in your household. So it's even adult dependents and more, up to a family of 4. Lord. So when would this get teed up? You're going to see it teed up by the end of the week. If not earlier. I was shocked. I was shocked it got so much progression today. I thought it was going to sort of meander and marinate with a lobster today. It didn't marinate. It came in like a brick. But you're going to see it hit again on Friday, if not sooner, and then potentially next week when more people are in town. Lord, I've never seen such speed of change of society so quickly. And it's all because of you. It's all because of the purple power. Hashtag stimulus check 200. This channel started it. This channel started all of this with you. Hashtag CR for stimulus. We put stimulus into the CR. No one was doing this months, weeks and weeks ago. Then when they weren't putting stimulus checks in it, they didn't put any stimulus checks in there, remember? We did stimulus check or shutdown. And now stimulus check 2000. My Lord, it's just incredible. Now, the great news is that they don't need as many votes to get this passed through the Senate that they did to get the $600 stimulus check bill. That had more than enough votes. It had enough votes to override a veto. You don't need to even do this because the president's going to sign this bill. He already said he's going to sign it. So you don't even need as many Republicans in favor of the bill that you had last time. All the Democrats are going to vote in favor of it. But you've already picked up new people. You picked up both senators out of Georgia. You picked up Lindsey Graham, and it looks like you may pick up 1 or 2 or 3 more additional Republicans in the next day or two. That's even if you lose some Republicans who don't want to go from $600 to $2,000. It looks like it could really now happen when everyone is in the room and voting, not 3 people by unanimous consent. Insane. Okay, so now let me go to the second stimulus package because that's so important. It's so important you know what you're getting, when you're getting, the routing times. In this video, over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to go over what you're getting in the second stimulus package, when it's coming, what's going to be delayed. I want you to know all this information. And boy, if you have questions, join me on Being Mitch coming up live after Purple and third stimulus. Okay, the second stimulus check has already gone out. So you will get 10 days from yesterday if you sign up for electronic receipt. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or Railroad benefits, or you pay your taxes electronically, 10 days from yesterday approximately. Paper check an additional week. If you change your bank account and it's going to fail for electronic means, then they're going to attempt it, then it's going to fail, and they're going to go to paper check. So you'll get it there. Next, what's the next thing you will get? I fully believe the next thing you'll get is the SNAP increase of 15% automatic. It's because it's already there, you're already on the program, and they just got to float money into the program to pay you out more money. It doesn't require any sort of setting up of anything. It's very, very simple. So I expect that to be the next item that gets into your bank account if you're on SNAP. Third, the next thing after that, I believe that you would land in your bank account is UI or PUA and FPUC. Now, what I've been reporting on all the videos of this channel, and I'll continue to do it all the way up to first week of January because it's so important, is I'm reporting that your last week of unemployment benefits for December, your first week of January, and your second week of January will at least those 3 weeks will be delayed. You won't get cheated out of the weeks. You will get paid them, but they will be delayed. Your FPC goes on top of those weeks, of course. $300 a week, and $300 starts about, I think it starts about now. I have to look it up again. Your UI and PUA may be inactive currently. So what you need to do is go to your state's unemployment website every day and see if it's switched from inactive to active. It will switch. Also sign up for any text alerts or email alerts your state unemployment website has so that they tell you got to do something. As soon as you get switched to active, certified for benefits right away. Don't wait. You don't have to do anything to get the FPUC. It's automatic. It goes on top of your UI or PUA. And if you're on extended benefits, because your state did extended benefits, you don't have to worry about anything. You will not have any delayed payments, and you're probably still active and will remain active. That's the next thing you'll get. Around that same time, I believe that the EIDL grant for inner cities, which is a very finite EIDL grant under the second stimulus package, will go live on SBA.gov. It is not a comprehensive EIDL grant. That's coming under third stimulus. The thing after that I expect to go out next would be the farmer stimulus. Farmers and ranchers are getting an additional stimulus just for them. It looks like something you have to apply for. And it sounds sort of like an EIDL grant, which you had before in about June of this year. So I expect that to go live around that time. Finally, the things I expect to go the slowest, to functionally get, are the things that are for low-income families of child care, free internet, and rent. Free childcare, rent, and internet are just things that take a while. First of all, the rent money is going to be given to the federal government, to the states, and then the states from the cities to the cities and counties. You can just, even though I'm just saying that, it just sounds like it's going to be a long time. They send it out, then you send it to me, then I send it to you, and then they're like, oh, we have something here in LA County. Go come and apply. It'll be open for 2 weeks. Then we'll get back to you in a little bit more time. You see how long it is? I just expect at least February. At least February. Then the free internet, this would be for your home. This would be for low-income families, which is about $49,000 or less. That application is not open. It's not open. When it's open, I'll tell you. I expect that to just be, February. I just expect it to go very, very, very slow. I may be wrong, but ultimately, I hope I am wrong. And there you go. Things also in the bill are eviction moratorium extended under CDC to late January. And what's not in the bill? I fully predict, you're going to see on third stimulus check and third stimulus package, 2 videos after this on Afternoons LA, that you're going to see on day one of the Biden administration 3 things. Mortgage forbearance. There is no mortgage forbearance in this, which is very scary. So you do not get foreclosed upon by your bank between now and when Biden comes in on January 20th. It's scary. It's a short time frame. And believe me, I'm sure banks are just salivating, ready to pounce during that short time frame, because the second stimulus package has no mortgage forbearance, then also has nothing about student debt. So student debt repayments will start again in January, but I expect on day one of the Biden administration to see executive order for mortgage forbearance, eviction moratorium, and student loan debt forgiveness. And there you go. Boy, what a day it is. What a day it is. This is, I saw the comments on Early Morning to LA, and the comments were never going to happen, this $2,000. It's just never going to happen. It's just too big. It is big. I thought it would. I just didn't see people coming in support of it. And then suddenly everyone's screaming and shouting, do it, do it, do it. It's just shocking. Some of the common questions I get is, can Mitch block it if it goes for a general vote? No. Anyone can call for a vote. So Chuck Schumer can call for a vote when there's a majority, when there's a full House, when there's a full group of senators in the room, call it for a vote. And Mitch can, slam it as much as he wants to, but it will pass if there's enough Republican votes. It's simple as that. When there's not enough people in the room, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the room, then Mitch can just block stuff left and right. Yeah, you're not going to get anything done today to the few days going forward. Why is Mitch doing this? I really don't know. I really don't know. And finally, what I promised at the earlier part of this video, that Georgia twist, I had always said that if the Republicans don't pass this, it's going to really hurt Georgia. But now that the Georgia candidates that are in the race are supporting it, it's starting to become like a referendum against Mitch McConnell. At what point is Mitch McConnell going to think that he is the liability for the Georgia races, not the Georgia candidates? Really interesting. I have no idea how to predict this. This is a big cliffhanger, and you got to stay with me because I may go live on the spur of the moment when something major develops across the board. Join me next on Purple, in which I'll go over state stimulus, because that's money I want to get you to get right now because of that first 2 weeks of January being tight. Then I'm back after that with third stimulus, which is all that SSI and multiple stimulus check stuff in January. And then about 10 minutes after that is being a bitch. 4 videos on Afternoons LA. If you're not subscribed, please do. Have a great afternoon. Can't wait to see you again soon. As I always say, if I want to stay smiling, stay with LA for more.